we're making up for lost time.
This is Yesterday Today, bringing you the best of yesterday's radio today. I'm your host, Jake Westbrook, and with me is McLean Westbrook.
Yep, that's me, your other host.
You doing okay there, pal?
Me? Yeah, I'm fine. I just got a little late season cold.
Another one? I mean, you've been getting one like every week. It's April, for crying out loud.
I just like it as much as you do. Besides, you were the one singing the praises of spring weeks ago. If it was actually spring, I shouldn't be dealing with this.
Hey, if you have a weak immune system, don't take it out on spring. It's not spring's fault. I mean, it's not like you have allergies.
How could I have allergies? It's not like any flowers are blooming or grasses are growing yet.
Well, no, that's not true. That's not true. The producer's begonias are doing pretty good in his flower bed.
Did somebody mention my begonias?
Oh, yeah. I was just telling McLean here about how nicely they're doing. He seems to be a little pessimistic about the spring right now.
Well, no need for that kind of negativity. My begonias are doing beautifully. Those begonia blossoms are burgeoning into bewitching, breathtaking blooms.
How very illiterate of you.
Hey, I can read just fine.
Well, I'm glad you're enjoying the springtime at least. It's a shame that not everybody around here can be as cheerful as that.
Oh, sure. I've got a smile on my heart and a song on my lips. The Mets are slugging their way to the early part of the schedule, and I'm having the time of my life tending to my begonias. Nothing could spoil this spring for me.
Great. Well, on to the subject of the show today. In case you haven't checked your calendar recently, like it or not, Tax Day is coming up.
Tax Day?
Yes, sir, the day Uncle Sam looks for his cut of your paycheck. It's not really a holiday. It's more like the opposite of a holiday, unless you get a refund, I guess. Or if you just really like paperwork, maybe that's a good day for you.
I, could have sworn we just had a tax day last year.
It's a, annual kind of thing.
You mean every year?
Annually, yep.
I'm rather concerned that you didn't know that already.
It's not like it's Christmas. You're telling me I gotta do taxes this year. Why doesn't anybody tell me these things? Tax evasion is how they got Al Capone. I gotta start filing. Quick, have you guys seen a large plastic storage container around the office?
Is that what you've been keeping your receipts in?
No, that's what I've been keeping my bourbon in. I've gotta soothe my nerves. Never mind, I'll find it.
Well, while our producer rushes to begin the filing process, let's set the mood with some radio. Now, today we're going to kick things off with music from a specific band. Relatively recently, I had said that I would like to start doing sort of features of lesser-known big bands of the 30s and 40s. And today, on the docket, we have Dick Jurgens and his orchestra. Another one of those bands that was popular in its time, but didn't quite reach the heights of a Glenn Miller or a Tommy Dorsey. So here are some good old classic Dick Jurgens songs. You think the producer's going to jail?
Here's that band again.
bright and early every morning on the farm where I was born, and you can hear the birdies singing sweet. Then the rooster starts a-crowing, that's the way they have us showing. They are up and waiting for to eat. You can hear the cows a-mooing and the doves are busy cooing. Collie dog is stretched out in the sun. Wash your face beneath the pump, it's time you're up and on the jump. It's morning and you must get something done. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Whistle 'cause it's morning on the farm. The sizzling of the bacon has you waking full of cheer. Coffee in the making, no mistaking when it's near. Living can be heavenly, the happiness it brings. Just to be here on the farm where everybody sings. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Whistle 'cause it's morning on the farm. The sizzling of the bacon has you waking full of cheer. Just smell out a frying. Coffee in the making, no mistaking when it's near. Ah, no, this can't be my fourth cup. Living can be heavenly, the happiness it brings. Just to be here on the farm where everybody sings. Whistle 'cause it's morning on the farm.
Leaving a big town flat for Azusa. Leaving the subway lines and the neon signs for the moon that shines on Azusa. I'm gonna hang my hat in Azusa. Leaving the ballyhoo and the who are you for the howdy-do of Azusa. Route 66, gonna take the highway that follows the sun. Route 66, that'll take me my way back to my wonderful one. Put out a welcome mat in Azusa. Packing my grip today, then I'm on my way to Azusa.
in the moonlight. Why, it's a silly idea, bluebirds in the moonlight, but that's how I feel when I'm with you. There are night owls in the daylight, but it's a silly idea, night owls in the daylight. Oh, maybe my heart is saying who is the one for me? You, that's what you've done to me. There are bluebirds in the moonlight. Oh, it's a silly idea, bluebirds in the moonlight, but that's how I feel when I'm with you.
I've got you, you've got me. Who cares how rough the road may be? We'll go bumpty-bumpty-bumpty-bump on the bumpy road to love. Side by side, we'll go far. Who cares how many bumps there are? We'll go bumpty-bumpty-bumpty-bump on the bumpy road to love. Remember this, when anything goes wrong, we'll stop and kiss, then merrily roll along. We'll get rich or we won't. Who cares whether we do or don't? We'll go bumpy-bump, bumpy-bump on the bumpy road to love.
There's a farmer boy by the name of Joe. The girls all round all love him so. And every night you'll see him go. Kiss, kiss, kissing in the corn. Kiss, kiss, kissing in the corn. Though the girls all thought him rather slow to see his action with the hoe, he taught them lots they didn't know. Kiss, kiss, kissing in the corn. Kiss, kiss, kissing in the corn. With a voice that's kinda husky, a physique that's kinda weak, he slays 'em, oh, he lays 'em low. When he turns on his corn technique, he can grow the taters fine, they say, and plows a furrow quite okay. But you should see that kid make hay. Kiss, kiss, kissing in the corn. Kiss, kiss, kissing in the corn. Farmer Murphy's pigs got out. He didn't rave and he didn't shout. He found those porkers snout to snout. Kiss, kissing in the corn. When his champion cow got out of hand, she broke the pail and kicked the stand. She'd been out there with Ferdinand. Kiss, kiss, kissing in the corn. With a voice that's kinda husky, a physique that's kinda weak, he slays 'em, oh, he lays 'em low. When Joe turns on his corn technique, he can grow the taters fine, they say, and plows a furrow quite okay. But you should see that kid make hay. Oh, kiss, kiss, kissing in the corn. The shucks.
Tenderfoot ride tonight. See the old range riders there at your side tonight. They're fast company, so if you want to be a cowboy, you've got to ride Tenderfoot ride. You gotta hit the trail in Oklahoma when the moon is pale, and get to Texas with the morning mail, or you can be a cowboy. You gotta rope and throw, you gotta get your share of buffalo, and win the money at the rodeo, or you can be a cowboy. You gotta tend your cattle the best you can, hold your liquor like a man and ride Tenderfoot ride tonight. See the old range riders there at your side tonight. They're fast company, so if you want to be a cowboy, then you've got to ride tenderfoot ride.
Welcome back to Yesterday Today. We're honoring the upcoming tax day deadline on the show today, while the producer is filing his taxes.
Now, I'm a little confused. Why did you write off your bedroom television as a work expense?
I'm the producer of a radio show. I work in entertainment, don't I? I gotta stay up to date with the latest in media, don't I?
That's an argument, I suppose. Now, what about this horse racing bet? How exactly does that fall under a work expense?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. If I play this thing just right, I could have the government owe me some serious cash.
I think what's more likely is you owing them some serious prison time.
Yeah, you can't just put down everything as a write-off. You have to justify it somehow.
This whole process seems a little scattershot.
Well, that's government for you. You know, you could just go to a tax expert or one of those companies that helps you.
A tax expert? Is that a real thing?
No, not only is it a real thing, but me, Mondo P. Mondo, me is actually me is actually one of those experts. Me is a tax expert, you know.
Mondo, you're a tax expert?
How did you hear me from the hallway?
Oh, Mondo has ears like a bat, you know, very, very perceptive. What's important right now, though, is the fact that me is an expert in all things taxation. So if you has any questions, me offer a very reasonable rate.
That's great, Mondo, but I think the producer should probably go through an actual tax company thing, or...
Now hold on, let's hear the kid out. Mondo, let's hear your expertise about taxes.
Oh, okay. Well, the number one thing that you got to remember when you is doing the filing of the tax paperwork is that when you have the LLC, you can't file your deductions under the dependent headlines. You have to put it into the other category. So if you take the money out of the LLC and put it into the deduction, then the government can say, hey, that the deduction, you can't take that from the filing that you made from the year before that. So you have to get an extra paperwork with the 1099 and the W-2 and the MISC, the K paperwork. And then if you don't have the W-9 or the W-2, then they're gonna send you back to the building where you got to talk to a guy in a suit, and he's got a tie that is like really tight on him, look like it's strangling him. Frankly, probably pretty uncomfortable. And it's gonna be quite a while when you're in that office building, and they're gonna turn the heat up, and you're gonna start sweating, and it's really a psychological thing where they just try to break down your will, so you just have to be stronger than them.
Well, sounds like the kid knows his stuff. Take a seat, Mondo. You and I'll have these taxes done in a jiffy.
No, but hold on. Like, literally everything he just said didn't make any sense.
Hey, what's that supposed to mean?
I'm not sure he'd be a great help to you filing your taxes. No offense to Mondo.
Oh, well, none taken. Me is busy anyway, what with getting audited and all, so me will have to talk to you guys later. Oh, mercy, those, little lapsy divey, cuddly divey, 2, 1, you.
Fascinating guy, that Mondo.
Well, great. What am I supposed to do now? This whole tax situation is stressing my fragile nerves.
I thought you were just saying how calm and relaxed you were attending to your begonias.
That was before the IRS was trying to send me to prison. I'm a nervous wreck. Any minute now, some federal agent could come to summon me to court or something. If only there was some way to calm down.
Again, you could try a professional tax service.
I know what'll help. A vacation.
Vacation? Tax day is only a couple days away. You don't have time to fly off somewhere.
No, not that kind of vacation. I'm talking about a 30-minute trip to a little special place called Riverdale.
Oh.
That's right. Nothing would ease my nerves like a visit with America's favorite teenager, Archibald Andrews.
You want me to play an episode of Archie Andrews?
He's the mirth of a nation.
Right. Well, lucky for you, I have an episode of Archie Andrews that actually happens to deal with tax day, so it's topical and maybe it'll soothe your nerves.
Well, quit yammering and let's hear Archibald, huh?
Yeah. All right, here you go.
Hello?
Hello, Jughead. This is Archie. Come over right away. It's a matter of life or death.
Oh, relax, Archie. Relax.
Yes, here he is again, the youngest of millions of readers of Archie Comics Magazine know and love so well, Archie Andrews and all his gang. And now for our weekly visit to Riverdale. It's late Saturday morning as we look in on the Andrews home, and we find Mr. Andrews in the living room seated at his desk, just completing a job that millions of American fathers had to do this week. He's making out his income tax report.
Ooh, and that's that. Wow. I thought I'd never get it finished. And make these forms any more complicated, it'd be simpler not to earn any money at all. Ooh, and this check, it hurts my wallet just to look at it. Oh, well, tax has got to be paid. I'll just sign this form. Put the check in with the form. There. I'll put it in the envelope. And through the envelope. Yeah. And it's over and done with. Mary!
Yes, dear?
Well, finally finished.
Finished with what?
With what I've been working on all morning, of course, my income tax.
Oh, that. Fred, I'm much too busy to talk about little things like income taxes.
Little things like income taxes. Mary, if you saw the size of the check I just had to write to Uncle Sam, you wouldn't think it was little. Well, you know how much I have
Yes, dear, yes, but I'm in a hurry right now. I'm going to the Woman's League luncheon today.
Yes, dear. But if you knew how much
And I promised Mrs. Lodge I'd get there early and help the committee.
But if you knew how much
And I'm late now, and I still have to put my hat on.
But if you knew how much
So I can't possibly stand around discussing income taxes now, or I'll never get to that luncheon.
Mary, don't you want to know how much I had to pay?
Later, dear, when I get back from the luncheon.
Oh, all right, Mary, all right. Go to your old luncheon. Is Archie home?
He should be up in his room, Fred, and please stop calling me. I'm busy.
Yes, dear. She's busy. Archie! Archie? Archie!
Dad, is somebody calling me?
Oh, great. No, Archie, no. Somebody is not calling you. I am calling you.
Oh, you?
Yes, come down here, please.
Oh, okay, Dad, I'll be right there.
That boy, you scream your head off for him, and he says, "Is somebody calling me?" Oh, I don't know.
Hiya, Dad. What did you want?
Archie, I want you to do me a favor. Go mail this letter to the tax collector.
Gee whiz, Dad, now?
Yes, Archie, now. It'll just
Gee whiz,
take
Dad,
a
I don't want to go way down to the post office
But
now.
I-
All morning long, I've done nothing but run errands. I had to
Archie,
go to the store twice for
But
Mom,
I wa-
3 times for myself, and then
But
I
I
had to
wa-
put all the papers in the tin cans out for the garbage man, and then I went...
All right. I understand that you've had to go to the store half a dozen times. But this is my income tax, and it's very important. And it's got to be mailed right away. Now, you don't have to take it to the post office. Just take it down to the corner mailbox. And I won't ask you to run any more errands after this.
Promise?
Cross my heart and hope to die.
Well, it's a deal, Dad. I'll go mail the letter.
Thank you. Oh, but Archie,
Yes, Dad?
don't stop it and get into any ball games now, or lose that letter or anything. It's important, so get it mailed.
I will, Dad. I will.
Oh, that boy. Getting him to do anything is just like...
I'm all set to go, dear. But, Fred, is this new hat look all right?
Yes, dear, it looks lovely. New hat. Mary, another new hat?
Yes, dear. Do you like it?
Mary, I like it, love it, and adore it, but I can't afford it.
Can't afford it. Fred, I had to have something decent to wear to this luncheon.
Mary,
Every other woman will be there with a new dress and a new
Mary,
hat.
I-
But I suppose you want me to go dressed in old rags.
Mary,
you
I-
don't care what I look like in public.
Mary! All right, dear, I understand. I do not want you to go dressed in old rags, and I do like you to look well in public. All I'm saying is that you spend entirely too much money on hats.
Oh, is that so? Well, how much do you think I've spent on hats in the past year?
About $500 at least. Good grief.
Well, Fred, what is it?
$500. I forgot all about it.
Fred, I don't spend anywhere near that.
Mary, I know. I'm not talking about your hats. I'm talking about my income tax.
Income tax?
Yes, I just remembered that we gave $500 to churches and charities this year, and I forgot to deduct it from my income.
Are you supposed to?
Yes. You certainly are supposed to make every deduction that you're entitled to. And we gave that money to legitimate charities. And that's a tax-deductible item that would have saved me at least $50 in taxes.
And you forgot about it.
I not only forgot about it, I just sent Archie out to mail the return. Oh, boy, $50 out of the window. $50 beautiful dollars. Oh, well,
Fred, where are you going?
I'm going to try to catch Archie. If he stopped to talk to somebody like he usually does, maybe I can catch him before he mails that form and save myself $50.
Well, Dad, I mailed your letter.
What? Archie! Archie, tell me you didn't.
Huh?
Archie, please tell me you forgot to mail it. Or you mailed the wrong letter. Or it's still in your pocket or something.
Gee whiz, Dad, you yourself told me to get it mailed right away, so I did.
Oh, no. $50 lost and gone forever.
Huh?
I just remembered a deduction I could have taken that would have saved me at least $50. But now it's too... Hey, wait a minute.
Well, what's the matter?
Nothing's the matter. I just thought of a way I may be able to get that letter back.
How? It's in the mailbox now.
I know it, Archie, but we could go down there and wait for the mail pickup truck to get there, and maybe if I explain things to the mailman, he'll give me the letter back. Come on, Archie.
But, Fred, who knows when the truck will get there? You may have to wait hours.
Mary, for $50, I'd wait all night if I had to.
Not so fast, Dad, not so fast.
Archie, I don't want to miss that pickup truck.
But, Dad, they always come past our house. We'd have seen them if they were here.
I know. I'm still not taking any chances. I'm missing that truck.
Well, Dad, here's the mailbox, and the truck isn't even in sight yet.
Oh, good. We made it. Now, Archie, look at that little card on the front of the mailbox and see what time it says the mail is picked up on Saturdays.
Gee whiz, Dad, there's no card here.
There isn't? Oh, fine. Well, I guess there's nothing to do but settle down for a nice quiet wait. That's all.
Hello.
Oh, good grief. Jughead.
What'd you expect? The Pony Express?
No, Jughead, I did not expect the Pony Express, nor you either.
Gee whiz, Jug, what are you doing here?
I just came down to mail my father's income tax form and an empty envelope for my Uncle Herman.
An empty envelope for your Uncle Herman?
Yeah, no income.
Oh, great. Jughead, I am in no mood for your jokes right now. I've got to get a letter back.
Huh?
I came down to this mailbox to get a letter.
You came down to the mailbox to get a letter?
That's right.
Mr. Andrews, do you feel all right?
Jughead, look, what my father means is I just mailed his income tax form, and then he remembered he made a mistake in it, and now he wants to get the letter back.
That's right. In fact, I've got to get it back.
Gee, I don't blame you. Income tax evasion is a serious offense.
Well, Jug,
They gave Al Capone 11 years, you know.
Jughead,
When you get out, it's pretty tough to get a job.
Jug, please.
And you're not as young as you used to be.
Jughead, all right. Will you please stop putting me in prison?
Huh?
I did not make that kind of a mistake on my income tax. I paid the government more than I should have.
More than you should have?
Yes, $50 more than I should have.
Gee whiz, that's pretty silly.
Yes, Jug, it was.
Don't you know the value of money?
Yes, Jug,
Nobody goes around paying $50 more than they're supposed to.
Jug,
You'll never get rich doing things like that.
Jughead, I know that. And I know the value of money and that it was silly, and I do not need any lectures from you on the subject. The whole thing was an accident. You understand? I didn't mean to do it. And that's why I want to get the letter back.
Oh, I see.
I'm glad you do.
But how are you going to get a letter out of the mailbox?
I'm going to wait until the...
You can't even get your hand inside this slot.
I know, Jughead. I'm going to wait...
See, I can hardly get more than my fingers in there.
Jughead, what are you doing now? Get your hand out of that mailbox. You're not allowed to tamper with the mail. It's a federal offense. Now get your hand out of there before somebody sees you.
Gee whiz, Mr. Andrews, I would if I could.
All right. For a minute, I thought you said... You would if you could! Jughead, what are you talking about?
My fingers, they're stuck in there.
Oh, no.
Oh, boy, Jughead, how the dickens did you do that?
I don't know. They went in okay, but they won't come out.
Oh. Now he's done it. Jughead,
I'm trapped. Like a rat in a rat trap.
Jughead, don't
like a bear in a bear trap.
Jughead, please.
Like a mail in a mailbag. Get me out of here.
Jughead, will you please be quiet?
Oh, me?
Yes, you. You're not trapped like a rat. You're trapped like a foolish kid who put his hand in the mailbox. Now, if you'll just calm down, we'll get your hand out of there.
I'm calm.
Now, maybe if I take hold of his wrist and I could pull his fingers out.
Hey, that's a good idea, Dad.
Yeah, but don't break my wrist now.
Jughead, if I break anything, it will be after we get your hand out of this mailbox. How you ever got your fingers stuck in there, I'll never know. Even an idiot, even a moron, even a madman could know better than to catch his fingers in a mailbox slot. Good grief.
What's the matter, Dad?
Oh, I caught my fingers in there, too.
Oh, boy.
Oh, no, Dad, how did you do that?
Archie, how do I know how I did that?
Hey, Mr.
I
Andrews.
was just trying to get Jughead's hand out, and I got my hand stuck.
Mr.
Hey,
Andrews.
don't ask so many foolish questions. Think of some way to get me out of here.
Mr. Andrews.
Hurry up before a policeman sees me and throws me in jail or something.
Mr. Andrews.
Well, what is it, Jughead?
I got my hand out.
I know that, and I'm very glad you got your hand out.
Uh-huh. See? 2 hands.
Oh, great. Jughead, how the dickens did you do that?
I pulled the slot down a little, and my hand came right out.
It worked. Well, my hand is out.
Oh, boy, that's swell, Dad. For a minute, I was afraid you'd be stuck there for hours.
Oh, Archie, so was I. But the fact is, we're unstuck now, and before anything else happens, I want to make it clear to both you kids, I want no more shenanigans from either one of you. Now, you understand? I want no more lectures or advice or demonstrations with mailboxes. We are just going to wait right here until that pickup truck comes along and nothing else. Now, you hear?
Yes, Dad.
Yes, Mr. Andrews. But, Mr. Andrews,
Yes, Jughead.
the pickup truck won't be here for hours.
How do you know that?
Because it was here just a minute before you and Archie got here.
Yes, Jughead, I know perfectly well that it was here before we got here. Jughead, are you sure?
Positive. I had to run like the dickens to catch it and took all the letters and drove off.
Took all the letters of Oh, Jughead, you know something.
Yes, Mr. Andrews?
It's a good thing for you this mailbox is so small, because if it weren't, I'd put a stamp on you and mail you off to the North Pole. Special delivery.
Gee, I'm sorry. I didn't remember about the pickup truck sooner, Mr. Andrews.
Oh, Jug, forget it. That truck won't get to the post office much before we do, and maybe we can still talk him into giving me that letter back.
Oh, there's the post office now, Dad.
Good. Now, come on. We have to get in there and get that letter back before it gets dumped in with millions of others and gets shipped out of town.
Archie!
Gee whiz, there's Betty.
Oh, fine. Archie, we have no time to talk to Betty now, so...
Hello, Archie. Hello, Jack. Hello, Mr.
Hi,
Andrews.
Betty.
Hi, Betty.
Hello, Betty. Now, Betty, look, we're in a little hurry right now. I have to get a letter back to the post office right away. So would you just come along and not stop to talk to us right now?
Oh, but
It's very important. I want to catch that letter before it gets shipped out.
But
So
I-
just come along like a good girl, and you can talk to Archie and Jughead after we get the letter back.
But, Mr. Andrews, the post office is closed.
Closed? It can't be.
But it is. I just came down here to buy some stamps, but it was closed when I got here.
Gee whiz, that's right, Dad. The post office always closes at 12 o'clock on Saturdays.
Gee, that's right.
Oh, no, I have to get that letter back. It's worth $50 to me, and you don't find that kind of money in the street.
No, you find it in the post office.
Jughead, this is no time for your jokes.
Golly, Mr. Andrews, I have an idea.
Yeah?
Maybe there's someone still working in there, even if the front door is locked. Lots of times they work in the back room sorting out the mail, even after the front part is closed.
Hey, that's right.
By George, it is.
So maybe if we went around to the back, you could get someone to open up and find your letter for you.
Betty, that's a wonderful idea. Come on, kids. We'll go around to the back and make them open up the post office. Betty, I'm glad you suggested that.
Oh, it wasn't anything, Mr. Andrews.
Oh, yes, it was. It might be worth $50 to me. Yes, sir. I'll just go knock on the back door and make them Fine.
What's the matter, Dad?
Archie, this fence is the matter.
Fence. Oh, boy.
And those gates the trucks go through are locked.
They certainly are. They're a lot tighter than tight.
But how do the trucks deliver the mail?
Betty, I haven't any idea unless each driver has a key to these gates and he unlocks it when he drives up.
Gee whiz, and how are you going to get to that back door?
The vaguest idea of that, either.
Well, I have another good idea, Mr. Andrews.
Betty, there's no idea that's going to get rid of this iron fence.
Oh, this one will, Mr. Andrews. Why don't you have Archie and Jughead boost you over?
Boost? You mean climb the fence and then go knock on the back door?
Uh-huh.
Betty, that is a good idea.
Oh, gee whiz, Dad, I don't think you better try that.
Archie, for $50, I'd try anything. Now, look, you and Jug are going to boost me over this fence right now. Jug, you take one foot. Archie, you take the other.
Well, okay, Dad. Got it.
All right.
Got the
All right.
other.
Okay, now lift. Lift. Hey! Hey! Just a little higher. A little higher. Got it. Okay, let go now. Now jump down the other side. Whoa, I made it.
Attaboy, Dad.
Attaboy, Mr. Andrews.
You kids wait right there now while I go to try the back door.
Okay, Dad, but hurry up.
This will just take a minute, Archie. Hey there! Open up! Oh, God grief.
What's the matter, Dad?
There's no one in there.
Golly, are you sure?
I'm positive. I can see the entire back room and there's no one in there. We went to all this trouble for nothing.
Gee whiz, now what do we do?
Archie, there's only one thing left to do, and I'm getting just mad enough to do it. I'm going to get out of here and go straight to the postmaster's house and make him open the post office and file my letter for me.
Gee, do you think he will?
He'd better. After all, I'm a taxpayer like anybody else, and I have some rights. Yes, sir. I'll get out of here and we'll go see the postmaster.
How?
What do you mean, how? In my car. That's how.
I don't mean that. I mean, how are you going to get out of there?
Exactly the same way I got out of here. Oh, no. There's nobody here to boost me back up.
Oh, boy, we never thought of that.
Oh, golly.
You're stuck again.
Archie, can you get your arms through the fence to boost me up?
Oh, not a chance, Dad. These bars are too close together.
Yeah? You look like a monkey in the zoo.
Junkhead! Now, listen to me, you kids. Now, think of something quick. This is ridiculous. I can't stay locked up in this backyard of the post office. I've got to get out of here.
Well, Mr. Andrews, I have another good idea.
Yes, Betty, what is it?
If Jughead boosted Archie over,
Yes?
then Archie could boost you back out.
And then who'd boost me back out?
Oh, I hadn't thought of that.
Well, think of something.
Wait, I have another idea.
Yes?
If Jug boosts Archie over there,
Yes?
and Archie boosts you out,
Yes, yes.
and then you could boost Jug over there with Archie.
Yes, yes.
Then Jug would boost Archie out.
Who'll get me out?
Oh, I hadn't thought of that.
Yeah, Betty, that's no good either. Come on, you kids. Think of something.
Dad,
I can't stay in here all day.
Dad,
this is government property.
Dad,
I'll get arrested for trespassing or something.
Dad,
well, what is it, Archie?
Well, I just noticed something.
What did you notice?
Well, you see way down the fence, that little gate where the post office employees go in and out?
Yes, I see it. What about it?
It's wide open.
I see that. It's wide open.
Oh, boy. Golly, it is open.
You mean to say I've been climbing this fence like a monkey for no reason at all?
Gee, it looks that way, Dad.
Well, that's fine. That's great. But, Betty.
Yes, Mr. Andrews?
If you get any more good ideas, do me a favor. Tell them to somebody else.
Golly, I'm sorry I caused all that trouble back at the post office, Mr.
Oh,
Andrews.
look, Betty, let's just forget about the post office. We have the postmaster's home address now, and the main thing is to go to see him, convince him to open the post office for me and find my letter.
Gee, do you think he will, Dad?
He might if I can explain the situation to him.
I think it's the next house, Mr. Andrews.
Yeah, you're right, Jughead, it is.
Gee whiz. This is just around the corner from Veronica's house, Dad.
Archie, I am not interested in Veronica right now. I want to see the postmaster and...
Archie Andrews!
Oh, boy, there's Veronica now.
Now, Archie, look, I don't want to stop and talk to her now. Ask her
Hello,
to
Mr.
fix...
Andrews. Hello, Betty. Hello, Jughead. Hello, Veronica. And, hello, Archie.
Oh, fine. Look, Archie,
Hi, all Archiekins.
Archie, I want...
It's awful nice to see you all, Archie. Dear.
Archie, would you please stop that confounded giggling?
My goodness, is something the matter, Mr. Andrews?
No, Veronica, nothing's the matter. But I've got to see the postmaster right away, and according to the telephone book, he lives at this address.
Oh, that's right, he does. But I happen to
That's
know...
all I wanted to know. Now, you kids wait right here, and I'll go up and ring the bell.
But, Mr. Andrews,
There's no point in a whole herd of us dropping in on a man.
But, Mr. Andrews,
Veronica, I'm sure whatever you have to tell me can wait till later. I want to get this letter business settled once and for all. Now, you kids wait right here.
But, Mr. Andrews, look at that sign.
Veronica, I'm not interested in any sign.
But it says, beware of the dog.
Veronica, I can read just as well as you can, and I know perfectly well that sign says, beware of the dog. What dog?
That dog.
Oh, boy, what a beast.
Oh, golly, run, Mr. Andrews.
Run!
Get away, boy. Get away.
Quick, climb up that tree. Climb the tree, Mr.
Climb the
Andrews.
tree, Daddy. Can't reach you there.
Get away, boy. Get away.
Keep climbing, Dad. Keep climbing. Keep climbing.
Attaboy, Mr. Andrews.
Are you safe now? Oh, boy, he can't reach you now. Dad, you're safe.
Oh, I'm safe, am I? You call hanging here like a monkey wrapped around a flagpole being safe? That monster's just waiting for me to slip. Get rid of that dog.
But how, Dad?
I don't know. Call him.
Oh, okay, Dad. Here, boy. Here, boy.
Maybe it's a girl.
Don't be quiet. Get that dog away from me.
Archie, quick, get a stone.
What for?
To throw over in those bushes. If he's a good watchdog, he'll go rushing over there to see what the noise is, and your father can get back out here.
Hey, that's a good idea, Veronica. Hold on, Dad.
Here's a stone, Archie.
Thanks, Betty. Here goes. Go get it, boy. Go get it. Hey, hurry up down, Dad. Get down off that tree.
I am.
And close the gate after you.
Oh, boy, safe at last.
Oh, my goodness, you sure were lucky.
Golly, I'll say you were.
And how? One more minute and that beast would have had me. Veronica, would you mind explaining how come you live right around the corner and you didn't know there was a vicious dog here?
Oh, my goodness, Mr. Andrews, I did know it. That was one of the two things I was trying to tell you, but you wouldn't listen.
Veronica, did you say two things you were trying to tell me?
Uh-huh.
And what is the other one?
Well, the other is that I heard my mother say the postmaster is the guest speaker at the Women's League luncheon today. So he isn't even home.
Isn't even home? Oh, no.
Gee whiz, Dad, do you think we ought to bother the postmaster at this luncheon?
Look, Archie, after what I've been through already, I'm going to get that letter back now if it kills me.
And it might, too.
Jughead, I can do without your remarks.
But my goodness, Mr. Andrews, aren't you afraid you'll upset the whole luncheon?
No, Veronica, I will not upset any luncheon. I just want to get to the postmaster for a minute and ask him if he'll find my letter for me. If he says he will, then we'll wait around till the luncheon is over. If he says he won't, then we'll just go home and forget the whole thing.
Tickets, please.
Yeah. Huh?
I said tickets, please.
Oh, tickets. Is this where the Women's League is having its luncheon?
That's right. Tickets are $10 apiece.
Yes, $10?
Yeah.
For a luncheon?
That's right. It's a fundraising affair.
Oh, fine. Well, look, mister, I don't want to raise any funds. I don't want any luncheon. I just want to talk to the postmaster for half a minute, and I'll come right out.
Sorry, I can't let anyone in without tickets. Them's my orders.
But this is an emergency. I'll only be in there half a minute.
Sorry, I can't let a mob like this go in there.
Oh, the kids aren't coming in with me. They'll wait here.
Just you going in?
That's right.
And you'll be right out?
I promise.
Well, all right. But don't let me catch you trying to eat any lunch without a ticket.
Oh, mister, lunch is the last thing I want right now.
Well, okay. Go ahead in.
All right. Thanks a lot, mister. Wait there, kids.
Okay, Dad, hurry.
Gotta find that postmaster. Let's see now. Oh, good grief. Can that be he making the speech at the head table? Say, I'll bet it is he. All right.
Fred Andrews, what in the world are you doing here?
Mary, what are you doing here?
Well, this is the luncheon I was telling you about. What on earth are you doing here?
I've got to see the postmaster.
Oh, for pity's sake. Well, sit down. He's speaking right now.
But, Mary, I can't stay here
Sit
too
down.
long.
People are starting to stare.
The man said I couldn't...
Fred, sit down, please.
Oh, me. All right, Mary, all right. But will he be through soon? I can't stay very long.
I thought so.
Oh, the ticket taker. Mister, look.
I thought you looked like a gatecrasher.
Mister, I tell you, I
Fred,
didn't...
please, you're making a scene.
Hey, Dad, did you find him?
Archie,
Who let you kids in here?
Mister,
He
please.
said we couldn't come in.
Jughead,
Oh, goodness, everyone's watching
Veronica,
us.
I
Golly,
know.
we're upsetting everything.
Betty, stop.
Either buy tickets or leave.
Now, just a minute here. Just 1 minute. That's better. Now, listen to me, all of you. This nonsense has gone far enough, and I don't want to peep out of any one of you kids.
Yes, Dad.
Ladies, I am terribly sorry to have interrupted your luncheon like this. My humble apologies. I only wanted to see the postmaster on an important matter.
The postmaster? Fred, he just left.
He just left?
Yes, he finished his speech and had to catch a plane to Washington.
Oh, no. Mary, let's get out of here quick.
I'd like nothing better. Come on, children.
I apologize, ladies. Excuse me. I'm very sorry. Terribly sorry.
Well, Fred, I've never been so embarrassed in all my life.
Gee, me too, Dad.
Me too.
Oh, Mary, I'm sorry. Believe me.
I should think so.
I never intended to cause such a scene. And it's all my own fault, and only my own fault. It all happened because I wanted to get that letter back and save $50. Well, I can see now it's been more trouble than it's worth. So, I'm just going to forget the whole thing.
Well, I wish I could. I'll be hearing about this for weeks.
Well, look, Mary, dear. I'll do anything I can to make this up to you. Yes, sir, Mary. You may even have another new hat.
Fred, I can?
You certainly can.
Oh, that's very sweet, Fred.
It's
Thank you.
all right, dear. It's all right.
Oh.
Yeah, now let's just go home and forget this whole thing ever happened.
Hey, Mr. Andrews, is that you?
Jeez, who's that?
Oh, gee whiz, it's Mr. Pringle, our mailman.
Our mailman?
Boy, this sure is lucky running into you over here, Mr. Andrews. Saved me a trip clear across town.
What will save you a trip?
Meeting you here. I was just going to your house to return this letter to the Income Tax Bureau. You forgot to put a stamp on it.
I forgot to put a secret. The letter I've been chasing all afternoon?
Oh, boy.
No, what
The Andrews will be back in just a moment. But first, did you ever watch a building going up, floor by floor, carefully, deliberately, systematically it grows until the roof is on and the job is done? Well, that's the way you can build your future with United States defense bonds. And while your future grows, you help build up our nation's defense. The simple way to buy these defense bonds is through the payroll savings plan. Your savings will build up before you know it when you use the payroll savings plan. Yes, join the payroll savings plan where you work. Or, if you happen to be self-employed, the bond-a-month plan where you bank. Defense bonds are profitable, safe, and sure. They make you a shareholder in the greatest country on earth. Now, if you can't participate in a regular plan, buy an extra bond now at any bank or post office. Remember, defense is your job. Buy United States defense bonds. And now back to the Andrews. It's an hour later, and the Andrews have returned home and recovered from the harrowing experience of chasing the letter that came back anyway. We find Mr. Andrews at his desk in the living room, just finishing his revised income tax as Mrs. Andrews enters.
Fred, I'm home.
You home? Mary, I didn't even know you were out.
Well, dear, you were so busy revising that income tax, I didn't want to bother you. So I just went downtown and bought that new hat you said I could have.
New hat? Mary, another new hat?
But, Fred, you yourself told me to get it. And you can pay for it with the $50 you saved on your income tax.
Oh, Mary, that's just the trouble. I just refigured my income tax with that new deduction. I don't know how it happened, but I now owe $50 more than I did before.
You've been listening to another chapter of The Adventures of Archie Andrews, written by Carl Jampel and based on the copyrighted feature appearing in Archie Comics magazine. Archie is played by Bob Hastings, Jughead by Harlan Stone, Mom and Dad Andrews are played by Alice Sherman and Arthur Cole, Veronica and Betty by Gloria Mann and Rosemary Rice. Also in today's cast were Wendell Holmes, Nat Poland, and Donald Bain. This program is produced and directed by Kenneth McGregor. Listen next Saturday at the same time for more of the merry adventures of Archie Andrews. This is Dick Dudley wishing you a very pleasant weekend. So long, everybody.
Oh, Archibald, the ridiculous situations he finds himself in are downright comical. And how about that Jughead character? What a cut-up he is.
Welcome back to Yesterday Today. We're wrapping up our Tax Day episode as our producer does his taxes.
Does his taxes? He hasn't even started yet.
Well, who can focus on tax filings when there's the comedic adventures of Archibald Andrews to listen to? Say, why don't we fire up another episode and keep the yucks coming?
No, the show's over. We're over.
Oh, come on. Don't be a square. Let's listen to Archibald frustrate his father some more. Come on.
No, sorry. Like we got a time limit here. There's another show coming on after ours, so we can't go past the time.
Shouldn't you be, starting on your taxes?
Oh, taxes, yeah. You know, I would. I really would. But the Mets are playing tonight, and,
The Mets game ended hours ago.
Well, I got it recorded on my Betamax machine, so they play whenever it's convenient for me. Anytime I want, I hit play. I see Mike Piazza stepping up to the dish. I can see him stare down the pitcher, look into the man's soul, see what makes him tick, what makes him cry, what makes him laugh, what makes his relationship with his wife intimate. He can see it all. And then, just when the pitcher lets it fly, he takes that step right towards the mound, cocks his bat like this, and then just lets it go. Mike Piazza going yard.
This is some world-class procrastination you're doing here.
It's just a little daunting for a guy to be filing a year's worth of taxes all at once.
Well, you could always file for an extension.
An extension? What's that?
They give you more time to get your taxes done.
More time? How much more time?
They'll be due sometime in October.
October? That's 6 months away. That's perfect. I can blow off this whole thing until then.
You can do things before the last minute, you know.
Hey, if the federal government wants my taxes done in October, I'll do them in October.
Solid reasoning.
If you want more Yesterday Today, you can visit KISU.org or wherever you get your deductible, dependent, work-related podcasts.
Hey, I wrote this show off a long time ago, and I ain't talking about deductions. Do you think I could claim Archibald as a dependent this year?
Don't put a tax on a beautiful girl, or you won't get any loving at all. You can tax all my coffee, my sugar and tea, but all that I ask is some pleasure for me. Ho, 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 what would you do on a beautiful night, in case you should happen to fall? Suppose you're just about to kiss a sweet little maid, and she discovers suddenly your tax isn't paid. Ho, 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 don't put a tax